You're listening to the Extra Magic Hour, brought to you by Walt's Apartment Productions. Join the team in the studio as they bring you the spirit of Disney, Universal, and theme parks beyond through park news, history, and tips and tricks to make your next theme park vacation even more magical. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Extra Magic Hour, your park-centric show here at Walt's Apartment Productions. I'm one of your hosts, Sam, and today we are going to be talking about some international Disney park news. That's very exciting, and we've got some land permits coming to Universal, and we're talking spooky season, but this time with a trip report. So we are excited to hear from Courtney. Courtney, before we hear from you, let's thank our sponsors. We have Sunken City Design, Getaway Today, and Where in the Park. And we want to give a big shout out to our Lamplighters, our Patreons, who are keeping the conversation going on our absolutely free Discord. If you have not joined yet, what are you waiting for? It's free, it's fun, and you should be there. So It's just Courtney and I in the studio tonight. How are you, Courtney?
I'm good. I'm resting up. We had a very, very busy weekend.
Yes, you guys did. Do you want to give like a quick little spiel about how you guys spent your weekend, and then we're going to get into all the juicy details later?
Yeah. So Joey made his way down here into Southern California, and he brought with him his entire family. So they spent a whole weekend and a half with us in the parks. I went down Friday after work, and then I spent the whole weekend. My mom and my sister came and hung out with us too, Kelly. And yeah, we just spent all weekend in the parks, just having a grand old time. Right now they're having a Lorcana event going on. So Joey was really excited about that.
He was geeked, I'm sure.
Oh, he was totally geeked, and he had like total FOMO too. Because you couldn't go, like, because my mom was with us, so I was like, no, you can't spend all day in there on Saturday. So, but on Sunday and Monday and Tuesday, he went and got a bunch of packs. I got a bunch of packs too.
Are you playing with him now?
I'm not actually playing the game, but I just started getting
like the cards.
Well, right now the Lorcana event is a collector's quest, so they give you a free pack of cards. So all I have is the free packs that Disney has given us for that so far. But I do want cards from this pack because it has a bunch of Goofy movie characters. And Goofy movie's my favorite. So.
Oh, I love that. I can't wait for you to get into it and actually start playing, because that Joey would be so happy.
Oh, yeah. No, he's already bought me a deck box and all these things. I got a play mat that has Cinderella on it. So he's buying me all my favorite stuff.
he's trying. He's like, maybe if I make it pretty for her, she'll play with me.
So, well, I mean, it'll be a lot easier when we're in the same place.
Yes. So speaking of Joey and Kelly, we miss them this week. They are resting, but they will be back with us hopefully on our next episode. That's okay though. Courtney and I are gonna share all the news with you guys, and we're gonna hang out and we're gonna have fun. So your ears are adorable.
Thank you. They're Oogie Boogie ears.
Our audio listeners, you can't see them, so head on over to our YouTube and check them out. We talked about them. They do. I was going to ask. So we talked about them when we previewed the Oogie Boogie merch on our show. I think it was 2 weeks ago. So cute. I love them. I love the purple and green.
So they have Oogie on one side, and then they have the neon bow that matches the Spirit jersey, and then Carthay circle.
That's amazing.
With the scary teddy. And then on the other side, they say Oogie Boogie Bash 2025, and then spider webs.
That's so cute. So, did we get any other merch?
I'm wearing my shirt.
I was like, wait, we're jumping ahead. We're jumping ahead. Yeah. Yes, you are wearing your shirt. We are going to talk about a trip report. I just got excited by merch. Sorry.
Yeah.
I have attention deficit shiny. So I got distracted.
It's all good.
We are going to jump into our first news story of the night, though. So this just broke a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
Anaheim City Council
They're always trying to make a quick buck off of Disney, I swear.
So they are considering a new tax on entertainment tickets and parking. It was proposed by Councilmember Natalie Rubalcava to help address the city's budget deficit. The tax could impact visitors to the Disneyland Resort, the Honda Center, and other major venues. So it says they are aiming to generate revenue from tourists rather than residents, which is kind of weird because, well, it's not. It's kind of a commuter park, so they're residents anyway.
Yeah, I know. It's I don't know if it'll pass, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. So the potential tax rates are 2 to 3% on tickets and 5% on parking. And if it moves forward, voters will decide on the November 2026 ballot.
I could see it going both ways because I could see the residents actually wanting to tax the
theme park,
the tourists, yeah, by taxing the theme park, but also I'm like, why are you trying to bite the hand that feeds you? We've said this a lot of times. Anaheim would not be Anaheim without Disney, and I know that sometimes they act entitled, but that's kind of because they've been there since 1955, and they kind of put Anaheim on the map. I don't think Anaheim would be what it is today without Disneyland. Because not even Knott's Berry Farm is that big, and that's technically Buena Park, which is, right next to Anaheim.
So, are there any other ticketed sports arenas or anything in Anaheim?
Well, there's the Honda Center where all the hockey
right.
games and the
That's
concerts are. But the thing is the other side of this is people are not going to want to go and pay more. You're going to lose out on the tourists.
Yes.
Locals and diehards will still go, but they're not going to be happy about it because that means that if you're taxing the tourists, that means prices on Disney is going to increase again. And yet, as we all expect Disney prices to increase, having that money be taxed for Anaheim residents when none of us live there is kind of a hard pill to swallow too.
And at the end of the day,
and I may be totally missing the point because a lot of the ticket sales might go to the city of Anaheim already, but it doesn't sound like it because they're acting like this is some new idea. So I don't know.
So I'd be curious to see the actual budget breakdown and how much cents on the dollar, it's going to make a difference, because I know the way that they work budgets for cities is really, really weird.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing for school corporations and stuff. So when they tax residents for a city, a certain percentage of that goes to the schools.
Mm-hmm.
But when they try to raise those taxes,
people get
mad. But they're only raising the percentage of what goes to the school. So it's they're not actually, I don't know. I guess we would have to see the way. So
yeah,
they're taxing an additional, we don't know. But we'll have to see how it plays out. It may end up on the budget. Math is not, I am not a finance person.
I'm not either. And the fact that it's going to go on the ballot, it may not even pass.
And the thing is, they word it weirdly on ballots on purpose to trick people.
Absolutely. 100%.
And why are they in deficit financing? Why do they have a budget problem to begin with?
Yeah, I don't know.
I would start there. Figure out where you're misspending money before you try taxing other people. And I'm not from there, so maybe they have figured out where the issue was.
But I mean, but also that means that they're going to be taxing the, hockey people. Hockey people don't like to do that. They're going to be taxing concert people. They're not going to like that. They're going to be taxing the baseball stadium. The Angels are right down the street. They're not going to like that. So.
Yep. And I mean, the parking 5% tax, that's crazy because parking's already outrageous.
I mean, for Disney, it's $35, but For Honda Center or Angels, that could be up to like $75 or $85 per game. Like, it's
What?
insane already, like, to park there, honestly. I mean, I think with the Angels, it depends on the game, but I know, and then also the Honda Center too for like the hockey games. But for concerts, I know when we go to see like Jonas Brothers at the Honda Center, it like to pay to park close by, it's $75 in that lot.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Never, like, I thought Chicago parking was outrageous.
No.
What in
Mm-mm.
the
I think
absolutely
like
not?
when we went to the Angel Stadium, I for one of the games, I believe it was like $20, but it varies on games. It varies, and it can go up to the 80s for sure.
So we will definitely watch the way that this plays out. If we get any more announcements, we'll share them. But we did get another announcement that not as not I mean, I'd rather things be done right, right? So
Absolutely.
so
Yeah.
maiden voyage for the Disney Adventure has
So,
been
yeah,
delayed, postponed.
delayed. So this is the one that's going out of Singapore. And so don't worry, we're not going on it at any time soon.
Right.
We do want to go on it though, because this is the big one, but unfortunately, the adventure was originally scheduled to set sail in December of 2025, but now the maiden voyage has been planned for March 10th, 2026. So that's a big chunk of time to be pushed back. They said, as we work on the final touches to bring the Disney adventure to our guests, we've encountered unexpected delays in the shipbuilding process. To ensure that the experience we deliver reflects our commitment to excellence, we've made the decision to adjust our timeline. So, if you are already booked on the maiden voyage, you are automatically rebooked to the new March 10th, 2026 sailing
That
at
is
50%.
crazy.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
at
know.
50% off.
At 50% off. Or you can choose a full refund plus 50% off a future Disney cruise line, a DCL cruise. So you could put that money towards a different cruise if you want to go. If you want to go that same, like still in December, and you can't change your like flight or something like that. So you could get a full refund if you want to, or you could be booked automatically at 50% off to the maiden
So,
voyage. But
wow.
if you are and or choose a full refund plus 50% off, but you have to book by March 31st, 2026 and sail by March 31st, 2027 if you do that. The other impacted guests will receive a full refund and 50% off a future Disney cruise sailing. You have to book by March 31st, 2026 and sail by March 31st, 2027.
They are
So
losing so much money.
they are, but in the long run, I think they'll make it back because
I
you
mean,
know
it's Disney Cruise Line,
it's
but
Disney Cruise Line. It's gonna be booked all the time. This is what happened to me and Kelly on the Wish. We've experienced this, and because we were not the maiden voyage, we didn't get automatically rebooked onto the new cruise. We had to choose a new cruise, and we got rebooked at 50% off. So it is to your benefit because we were booked on a 3-night Wish cruise. So we were only going to go 3 days. We were in a regular veranda room, which we had a balcony, but we were in a regular one. We got to upgrade to concierge and on a 4-night sailing instead in when we moved it to January. So sometimes this can go to your favor if you work it right, which we did. We even got money back on as an onboard credit, and we got to do the dolphin excursion, and that was covered by our onboard credit because our sailing was less than what we originally paid for.
that does work out in your favor, but it's still like, I
It
mean, people
is,
plan these vacations and take time
yes,
off work and stuff like months and
absolutely
a
one
year, 2 years in advance. So
100% agree. It's not always doable. Like I said, like our problem was I had bought Drawn to Life tickets, which is the Cirque du Soleil show in Disney Springs. So, and those were not transferable. So I couldn't move those. So we had to do 2 trips. So we ended up doing just a Walt Disney World trip, and then we went and did a Universal and a cruise trip.
That's another thing is like your airline tickets.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a huge factor.
Absolutely. Some airlines will let you move them, like
if there's available tickets for them.
If they're available, yeah. And also, but if you like tell them, if you like actually talk to a ticketed person from the airline and say, hey, the cruise got like removed, they might be able to accommodate you and just move the tickets to another airline, or you'll have to pay a cancellation fee and then rebook. So it is a lot of work and a lot of planning to get around all that. We luckily could do the 2 different trips. I know not everybody can, especially with this one, because you have to fly to Singapore. So there's not many cruise lines that go out of Singapore. I think somebody said Ovation of the Seas or one of the Royal Caribbean ships do go out of Singapore right around that same time. So you could probably keep your flights and go on a different cruise. But that's still paying for another cruise or having them refund that DCL cruise and then paying for another cruise. Like it's a lot and it's very inconvenient. I do agree. But with the 50% off, it could be to your benefit too.
I just remembered something I had put in the chat, I think like a week or 2 ago. And you were talking about cruises, so it reminded me. Mm-hmm. Did you see the video? I think it was Royal Caribbean where part of the slide broke off and the person fell through the slide.
That's crazy. Do you know which
I can't remember
which ship it was.
I can't remember. I can look it up when we do our commercial break and we can come back and talk about it. I can probably find the video, but people are screaming like.
Yeah, I mean those slides go like literally
they go over the
ocean.
Yeah. This one did go over the ocean and a panel popped out and somebody fell. That is so scary. Makes me never want to go on a. I don't do body slides anyways because I always break my bones in them for some reason. I broke my wrist on a cruise line on a body slide.
Oh my gosh.
And they had to reset. When I got off port in Puerto Rico, they had to reset my wrist at a doctor there.
You just don't have very good luck with the water slides.
No, I don't. But not speaking of not good luck, there was some not good luck for an aerial float this week.
I know. And I think it happened like right after we left.
So the Little Mermaid float in Paint the Night at Disneyland started smoking. Guests had to be removed from the area. It didn't catch fire, right? It just was smoking.
Nope. Some people said it caught fire, but I have some inside information. I'm not going to say how, but it did not catch on fire. Everybody was evacuated. Nobody got hurt. Then in that video right there, you can see that the cast members are evacuating people from the sides of the parade route, just backing them up so that they don't inhale the smoke. I think it was already having issues because it was being towed by a car. We've seen this happen once before with the Tiana float from Magic Happens. Sometimes they just don't work and they have to be towed.
It's mechanical. Yeah. Like everything, like think about it. Sometimes your car smokes on the side of the road. Like
exactly. So
I mean, normal wear and tear.
It is expected to be back.
Things. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't get ruined. It's not too much of a big deal.
It's not a Murphy situation.
No, it's not a Murphy situation, and nobody got hurt. And it is expected to return by the end of the week for sure.
Good. So normal wear and tear, it happens.
Yeah. It's just unfortunate. But I can tell you, we did watch it over the entire weekend, and it was perfectly fine. Nothing was wrong with it. So
there you go. So if you want to book a trip on a Disney cruise, or if you want to go see that aerial float in the Paint the Night parade yourself, you can contact our sponsors, Getaway Today, and they would love to help you plan that. So let's hear from them now.
It's been a great show so far, but who's ready for an ad break? Did you know that the best way to keep our shows going is by supporting our sponsors? So, let's get to know more about the travel experts at Getaway Today. They've been helping to make vacation dreams come true since 1990. And whether you want to visit the happiest place on earth or to travel to Orlando for a most epic adventure, they are there to help. Are you trying to find out which hotel is your best option or which theme park tickets will work best for your visit? Are you concerned that you might need a last-minute change? No worries. Their travel experts will help you out. Looking to book a cruise but don't know where to start? Hey, they can help with that too. They will find the perfect cruise for your vacation, whether it's your first time or you're a well-seasoned cruiser. When you book your cruise with one of the Getaway Today experts, you will have a dedicated agent to help you every step of the way. They take care of the details so you can have the most fun. Getaway Today offers peace of mind travel, allowing you to cancel or make changes up to 72 hours before your trip. You will always have the most up-to-date vacation information, both pre-arrival and upon welcome. Getaway Today guarantees the best prices, with no hidden fees, and every time you book through Getaway Today, they will donate a portion back to a charitable organization in your area. And so far, over $4.5 million have been donated. So, go ahead and dial 1-855-GETAWAY, that's 1-855-438-2929, and be sure to tell them that Walt's Apartment sent you. Or just click the link in our show notes for more information and the best deals to start your Disney, Universal Studios, or cruise vacation planning. What I'm trying to say is, if you like to travel, check out Getaway Today. Alright, so now it's time to get back to enjoying that view from Walt's apartment. Let's get back to the show.
Definitely check out Getaway Today so that you can plan your next Disney park vacation or theme park vacation in general. We're actually going to hop right into our theme park hidden history segment right now because there are some interesting ones, things that I'm going to need Courtney to tell me a little bit about because I've never heard of this ride, Courtney.
Oh, you've never heard of it?
September 7th. 2010, the Mally Boomer closed at DCA.
Oh, yes.
Tell me about the Mally Boomer.
So, this was in California Adventure. Hey, Siri, bring up a picture of the Mally Boomer.
Here are some images of Malibu from the web.
No, and mine did not work. Okay, so the Mally Boomer is a open air, kind of like open air drop ride. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like at Knott's Berry Farm,
like the giant drop kind of thing.
Yeah, like so at Knott's Berry Farm they call it Supreme Scream, where they have the 3 and it goes up and then it just like drops you. Well, the Mally Boomer was not as tall, but it did sit where the emotional whirlwind is now and inside the roller coaster, and it would go up and then it would drop you, and it was like a boomerang, but they called it Mally Boomer because it was a play off of Malibu. That's what I was looking for. Yes.
Oh, gotcha.
Because the boardwalk, well, because that was the area that was kind of modeled off of like Santa Cruz and Santa Monica Pier, like boardwalk attractions. So they called it the Mally Boomer.
So it was in operation for about 9 years. So it opened February 8th, 2001.
Mm-hmm. It was an opening day attraction.
DCA opened, yeah. And then it closed on September 7th, 2010.
I actually used this ride to get me over my fear of drop rides, to go to the Tower of Terror, because we didn't always have the Tower of Terror. It opened in 2004, and but we always had the Mally Boomer. But I wanted to. Tower of Terror was like one of my favorite Halloween movies, starring Steve Guttenberg and Kirsten Dunst. And I wanted to see. I was determined to see the inside of Tower of Terror when it opens. So I went on the Malibu
ride.
Yeah, but I knew I was like terrified of drop rides and roller coasters with loops, so I had to get over my fear. So I rode the Mally Boomer. And yes, the Mally Boomer had the shield because people would lose their lunch.
Oh. Yummy.
So it had a shield so it wouldn't get over people walking by underneath.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I know.
Okay.
It didn't happen very often, but it did have a shield for sure.
That's disgusting. So September of 2025, so just this last week, Busch Garden, Tampa Bay Stanley Falls Flume Ride is closed. So September 7th was the last operating day for Stanley Falls Flumes at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. 52 years.
Wow.
After 52 years, it was retired. So definitely one of the longer log splash rides in existence. So
I think the longest running one right now is at Knott's Berry Farm, the Log Jammer. Not sure about that, but it's been there quite a while.
I am gonna ask. Kevin would know if he was here.
I know.
He has all those obscure facts. Okay.
Absolutely.
So if we're talking about operating, it is El Rio Lento, the revamp of El Acerado. Where is that? And then Valhalla is another one. Okay, so El Acerado, Six Flags Over Texas.
Oh, okay.
So so it's the world's longest log flume, but the oldest is at Pleasure Beach, apparently. Anyways, that's random.
Wow. So not anywhere here.
No.
Forget what I just said.
No, that's okay. I was just curious.
Yeah.
And then September 7th, 1984, the Morocco Pavilion opened in Epcot.
Wow.
So it was added to the World Showcase. I love the Morocco Pavilion. I think the architecture is beautiful.
Yes.
And it really, really adds to the World Showcase, in my opinion.
For sure.
And then
I couldn't imagine it without it now.
Right. And then, Restaurant Marrakesh was amazing.
Actually, but I don't think it's open right now.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Bummer.
And then this is just one that I think is obvious, but worth acknowledging and pointing out. Obviously, September 11th, 2001, huge tragedy struck our nation. And the security protocols for all theme parks changed immediately after. And we've seen changes regularly since, as far as keeping security tight and on high alert at theme parks. So that's when we started seeing more bag checks, guest screening, general entry procedures, rather than kind of just being like a free-for-all.
Right. Anybody can come in.
If you got a ticket, come on in. So, and then, seeing stricter protocols as far as like strollers and, bags, things like that. So definitely worth mentioning.
Yeah. One of the hardest days.
Yes.
And Disneyland did close early that day.
Yeah, I talked about it yesterday a little bit when I was doing our theme park, our Disney history on the live show, because we talked about how 2 days prior, One Man's Dream had opened. And the vice president creative director of One Man's Dream was sitting there in like a back room, like with cast members, and it was on the TV. And the cast member, who was friends with Mickey at that time, just like absolutely lost it. And so he's trying to console this young person that's away from their family and, watching this happen. And 2 days later, or the next day when the theme parks opened back up, they all held hands. All the cast members held hands, and kind of said a little like prayer together and to reopen the park that day. And he looked across and Mickey was giving him a peace sign. I was like, that's such a sweet story. We've got some crazy international news coming, though.
Yeah. Not
to jump just that quickly, but I cried all day. I cannot, I'm the teacher and I'm like trying to teach kindergartners about why we're doing a moment of silence during the pledge this morning. And I'm like, I can't. I don't
yeah.
like.
It's a
I'm
hard
not the
thing to
person to do
explain.
this
Yeah.
to children. It is. Thankfully, we have read alouds. People have written great books, so
Right.
I didn't have to do all the talking. I just read the book.
Nice.
So Disney did tell us that that the details on the castle that is coming to the Abu Dhabi park, and they're saying it's unlike anything that we've seen before. It's going to have water elements reflecting the city's waterfront beauty. We know there was going to be like a lot of glass-esque type water elements to this park. There kind of has to be. Bob Iger even called it Disney's first real modern castle in the company's most technologically advanced park yet. So the Mirrell Group is building this futuristic indoor theme park. We knew it was also going to have to be indoor because, it's hot as
It is
hell.
hot. Yeah, it is hot in Abu Dhabi. Where they told us this information was on the Disney Walt Disney Imagineering YouTube. They did a whole episode about castles. They did announce it at D23 or D23 Destination D. So if you want to hear more about that, go watch that episode. And you can learn about all of the castles.
Definitely. So, speaking of new things in production, we did hear that there are some new permits, not necessarily for production, but for demolition coming to Epic Universe.
Yeah. Not Epic Universe, Islands of Adventure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or do we know what they're making space for?
So there has been rumor that they're going to turn the Lost Continent into something else because they now have almost an entire debunked land because they got rid of Poseidon's Fury, the walkthrough adventure, little like show attraction. The only thing that is bad about this is because they have that restaurant there. Mistos. I forgot what the name is now. Mythos. That's what it is. Mythos. Which is like supposed to be like the best theme park restaurant ever. Like it always wins awards. So that's probably gonna get a retheme. People have always speculated that it might coincide with a Epic Universe land, which has the Super Nintendo, because what they could do is they could turn it into a Zelda land kind of thing, because you do have that same architecture in Zelda a little bit, and so it kind of fits. But
so this article from Orlando Weekly says that the permits are for 3 of the 5 lands and the hub.
3 of the 5 lands. Okay.
Wait, let me check this article.
I didn't know.
Never mind. Different article. Different article. But yeah, so they are. You're right. Islands of Adventure. ChatGPT failing me with the article. We tried to look for this article because we heard because Courtney was like, wait, I remember this story, and we tried. I was like, hey, find me the story. They sent me the wrong one. It's because we didn't want to use that other one, but it's okay.
It's okay. Well, we can still use the other one. They did have good info on that one, I guess.
It's okay. You've got the info.
But yeah, I mean, that's just the rumor. I don't know if they'll actually do Zelda. It just kind of is like what everybody's kind of like thinking because the theming fits with what's already there. But they could totally tear it down and
do something
completely different. Yeah.
All right.
So, but I like the idea that this is being like permitted because the last time I was there, I was like, you have 5 theaters because they were building Epic Universe. And I was like, they literally have 5 empty amphitheaters that have nothing in them. And they're building an entirely new theme park. Make sense.
Yes.
Exactly. I was like, I'm all for a brand new theme park. But make it make sense that you're leaving 5 amphitheaters just sitting there. Which It doesn't make sense. It didn't make sense why they were just leaving these areas empty and building an entirely new theme park.
Unless they had other plans for them that we don't know yet.
Which
so we can
now we do.
Yes.
Sort
Yep.
of.
So we know that there's something coming. We just don't know
Yep.
what yet.
Exactly.
Do you know what's coming to Disneyland Paris for spooky season?
So we did kind of like mention it a little bit last week with the Lucky Nugget Saloon receiving a haunted makeover for the Halloween season. But also Main Street USA will come alive with new Halloween themed projections, and Jack and Sally for the first time are coming to Frontierland. It does begin October 1st to November 2nd. And the thing is like the Unlucky Nugget Saloon is what it's going to be called for Halloween, is going to be rumored that a grand reception was to be held here in honor of the neighboring Ravenswoods in celebration of the upcoming nuptials of their daughter Melanie. But the restaurant has inexplicably fallen into despair, prompting locals to rename it the Unlucky Nugget. The restaurant remains open to curious visitors, but warns that they should expect their visit to be somewhat spirited. This limited time experience will include ghostly decoration as well as Halloween-themed menus during Disney Halloween Festival.
Oh, that's cute.
You're going to have projections on Main Street USA
that have a hauntingly magical glow.
Yeah. The building facades will come alive with spectral projections.
I think that Disney needs to do more of that in all of their parks.
Absolutely.
In all of every land, literally every land could benefit from that little touch of projection mapping, and you could bring the park to land, or the land to life more, like with just such a tiny little thing.
Absolutely. Over in Frontierland, you can find the Pumpkin King, Jack Skellington, as well as Sally from Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. Miguel from the Pixar Animation Studios movie Coco is also bringing Frontierland to life. So they'll have Coco and Jack and Sally. The fan favorite Mickey's Halloween celebration returns with Goofy, Chip and Dale, Daisy Duck, and more. Jose Coroca and Panchito from the Walt Disney Animation Studios film The Three Caballeros are joining Donald Duck on his float this year, while Mickey's Illusion Manor float returns, including his sudden change of attire. That is cool. I don't think I've ever seen him change on a float before.
See it? Here you go. Got the picture here. There you go.
Yes, love him. We're thrilled to share that Chip and Dale will also debut. So they'll have new Halloween outfits this year for Chip and Dale. And then they're going to have irresistible goodies and treats, which we did talk about last week with the eclairs and all of that. They're also going to have extended park hours and more surprises. There's a show called A Nightfall with Disney Villains, which will electrify Sleeping Beauty Castle prior to the start of the nighttime spectacular Disney Tales of Magic.
And it sounds like their Kiss Goodnight is going to be something spooky as well during Halloween season.
Yes.
So it says upon park closing, one last spellbinding adventure is in store. So.
Ooh, so maybe all the villains come out and say hello.
I don't know. That would be fun.
Okay, and then we also got announcements for the world premiere opening date of Adventure World in 2000s. No, wait, hold on one second. This is an old one. Never mind.
That's okay. They did just announce their Disneyland Paris Christmas celebration information, but we are going to wait and save that for next week because we want to stick with spooky season because after we hear from our next sponsor. Courtney is going to tell us all about their trip to Oogie Boogie Bash and from start to finish what was amazing, what she wished would have been different, and all of the magic in between. Before we hear from her, though, I'm going to ask you to go check out our sponsors, Where in the Park, on their podcast, all podcast platforms, and on YouTube. Follow them on social media, and check out our other sponsor, Sunken City Design.
Sunken City Designs brings you art. Do you like art? I know I do. How about art based on Disney characters, like Mickey Mouse and the Oyster Thieves? You know, that's actually from Alice in Wonderland, the best princess movie ever made. Also, we have some dwarfs that have their heads ripped off sometimes. Why? I don't know. It's because it's Sunken City Design. So go there, sunkencitydesign.com. Get yourself some great merchandise. You got posters and, I believe, clothes. Who knows? I got a cup from there, and it's fantastic. You like cups? Do you ever use those? I do. Go for it. Oh yeah, sweatshirts. Can't forget about those. You ever cold? Get yourself a sweatshirt from sunkencitydesign.com. Also, WALL-E. You know, that's the best movie ever made. Second only to Alice in Wonderland. All right, if you also like Walt's apartment, they have merch for that too. Where? sunkencitydesign.com. Hopefully you've already loaded up that site and you're looking at it and you have some items in your cart. Go ahead and check out as soon as you can because the show's about to come back on. All right, everybody, we appreciate you.
Definitely check out Lou's artwork at Sunken City Designs. You can find yourself something for spooky season there for sure. Courtney, tell us everything Oogie Boogie.
Oogie Boogie is one of our favorite events. Like literally, this is our Halloween event. Like we love going. So we went way earlier than we normally do because it just worked out with everybody's schedule. But me and Kelly and Joey, we all went with our friends from Skywalking Through Neverland. And our friends from National Kiss a Wookiee Day Instagram. So we all went as characters of the stretching room, except for Richard and Dave. They were pretty cool too. So Joey is the dynamite guy. So he is the guy standing on the TNT
barrel.
Yeah. I was the tightrope walker that is being eaten by an alligator. And Sarah from Skywalking was the alligator. Our friend Bryn was the old the old lady sitting on the gravestone who murdered her husband, basically. Mm-hmm. She has the gravestone right down there. Mm-hmm. Kelly was the wallpaper. As you can see, she's all dressed up as the wallpaper. And our friend Julie, who's from National Kiss a Wookiee Day, Instagram, see she has Chewy there. He's actually wearing an Oogie Boogie jacket. Oh. She was the maid, the Haunted Mansion maid that, kind of guides us in. Yeah. And then Richard and Dave were the Pepper's ghost.
That is so funny. You guys look amazing. I love when you can have group like Disney bounds.
Yeah. We try and coordinate our outfits every time we go, just because it's more fun that way. Mm-hmm. We got there a little after mix-in time, about 3:30, 4 o'clock, because you can get into the park at 3 o'clock with your ticket. That was a Disney cast member taking our photo right there. Photos are included in the admission, so make sure that you do make time to stand in line for photos. They go by really fast, I promise. We were able to do all the tree trails. We did miss out on Yokai because in San Francisco, just because he's not our favorite. And the last couple of years that he's been there, he doesn't talk. He doesn't interact with anybody. So
okay.
We just kind of
encounters. Who was your favorite? What happened? That was hysterical.
So, my favorite, my favorite encounters is Judge Doom.
Mm-hmm.
He was new, like 2 years ago, and they had him over by Soaring, but they had to move him, so they moved him to the Hollywood backlot. And he's just so much fun to interact with. He sounds exactly like Christopher Lloyd. He knows his movie very well. He even got some Back to the Future references that Richard tried to stump him with. Uh, but
That's so
it's,
funny.
yeah, he's super funny because, like, first of all, he did have the cartoon shoe in a cage over the dip. So they weren't dipping him, but he was in a cage over the dip. And so he was like talking about that for a little bit, and we were like, "No, you can't you can't dip him. Like, we don't want you to dip him." And he's like, "But he's been very bad. Like, he needs to be dipped. He shouldn't be alive." And we were like, "No, stop it." And then he started talking about his grand freeway, and we were like, "Freeways, like, we took a freeway here, and what are you gonna do to stop traffic?" Like, it just,
I love that.
yeah. And he was like, "Well, I'm not gonna have any speed limits."
Oh my
I'm like,
goodness.
"Oh God, okay."
Autobahn,
Well,
here we come.
yeah. But so he was definitely one of the better interactions. I was disappointed with the Ernesto de la Cruz one because in the past he's been live singing,
Mm-hmm.
and this time he was not live singing. You could hear him interact with guests. He would turn the mic on then, but then when he would actually sing "Remember Me," you could tell he was lip singing. So I was like, I think Ernesto might be on his way out.
Oh, bye, Ernesto.
I know, but it's just like in years past, you could definitely tell that he was actually singing the song. This time he was definitely lip syncing it. Yeah, that was a little bit of a letdown, but he still looked fabulous. He still looked great because he's got that skeleton
Mm-hmm.
look to him, and his mouth still moves. So
Yeah,
like that was the
it's a great costume. Yeah.
yeah, and that was like really the amazing thing about him was that his mouth moved like a regular person, so it with ease. Like
Mm-hmm.
it didn't look like a mask. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep.
Maleficent was great to have her back. She was in the Grizzly River Run area.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of where she normally was. Actually, she was in Soren before they put Judge Doom there. They didn't put anybody there this time. But yeah, I mean, overall, Syndrome was actually really great. Like, he had a fantastic interaction. Joey has video of everything, so you'll see it on Elements of Fun for sure. But Syndrome, he definitely knew his character. He interacted with people. He was like, "I have a cape," and everybody's like, but Edna says no capes," and he's like, "Yeah, Edna says no capes, but I have a cape."
That's
Like
cute.
kind of to that extent. But I did call him a wannabe villain. Oogie Boogie was really good. We had a really good interaction with Doofenshmirtz. I asked him where's Perry the platypus, and he said, "I don't know where Perry is."
Oh.
But more like, oh, Kelly was like, "So what's the evil plan? Like, I need to know the evil plan. Like, what's the rundown?" And so then he was giving the rundown, and then it sounded like he was giving like the day schedule for his daughter Vanessa, and she was like, "Yeah, but that." And then Kelly's like, "Yeah, but that's Vanessa's plan. Like, what's your plan? What's the evil plan?" And he was like,
cute.
"I don't know. Like, it'll be better on video, but
Oh,
yeah."
that's so cute, though. I can't wait to see.
Yeah. Like and then always Agatha. Agatha is great.
She's sassy.
Yeah, she's sassy. And what they did for her now is she's in her Agatha all along clothes, like from the first episode of Agatha.
Yeah.
And when you look at the sanctum, so it used to be just like a portal and she came out of it. Now the road is back there. Like with the house from the second episode.
Oh,
the road is back there.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I was like, I noticed that because I don't think they had the road last time because only the first 2 episodes had been out by the time we went. So they didn't have the road. But now they have the road there.
You're making me want to rewatch the show now.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's time for a rewatch.
It definitely deserves a rewatch, especially around this time, around spooky season.
All right, tell me more of all the other things about Oogie Boogie Bash.
We got a ton of candy. Like, you go through and you just, like, each one had, like, a pit stop.
Mm-hmm.
And Hades has his own little treat trail this year, and there was a lot of people dressed up as Pain and Panic, especially because the Halloween race was this weekend, and so a lot of people were Pain and Panic because the Chills and Thrills challenge medal had Pain and Panic on it.
Yeah.
So a lot of people went dressed as Pain and Panic. And so we were trying to get Hades to be mad, and it wasn't being successful. But then Pain and Panic were right behind us, and they actually were the scene where they were wearing Hercules' merchandise. So they had the Herculade, like, water bottle, and they had the shoes on. And they were doing the bit, and, like, he was trying not to be mad, and then all of a sudden he was like, you know what? It's my party, and I can do what I want. And then he, like, flipped his hair from blue to orange, and he got mad because he was like, why are you wearing his merchandise? Yeah.
Oh, that is so funny. I would love to see that.
Yeah. Hopefully he got that one on video. I'm not sure.
Don't let me down, Joey.
Yeah.
So, other costumes that you saw that stood out?
Yeah, there was a couple of, like, Slinky Dogs, like people like in the two-fur costume. There was a couple of Miss Piggies and Kermits. That was great. The big, like, Toy Story is really big with, like, Jessie, Buzz, and Woody. A lot of I did see some Sanderson sisters, not as many as in the past, but there were some Sanderson sisters. What was one? Oh, there wasn't really any deep cuts this year that I saw, except there was this one girl. We were like, when we saw her, she was dressed all in blue, and then she had O2H on her back, and then the guy she was with was a skipper, dressed up as a skipper, so she was the backside of water.
The backside of water.
Like, O2H, and when we saw her, we started chanting O2H, O2H, and she looked back and she was like giggling, so she liked
That's awesome.
So that was like about the, like, biggest, like, deep cut besides Richard and Dave, who were the Pepper's ghost.
Yeah, they were so funny. Their costumes, I love that.
Yeah. There's a lot of Kronk and Yzmas, a lot of Emperor's New Groove this year. Not like a Cusco, basically, but Kronk and Yzma for sure.
Anything else you want to tell us about Oogie Boogie Bash?
We didn't really have any of the, like, specific food because they didn't have that much for the party specific food, and also it was very spicy because, you know, Disney sings villains and wants to put spiciness on all of it, so we didn't
I'm
have
okay
any
with that.
Yeah. I'm like,
I know it's not your thing, but I'm over here like, if it's spicy, please give it to me.
Yeah, so we didn't have any, like, the party specific food. My friend did request that I get the mayor sipper, which is super tall, and it's, like, ridiculous because his hat is the straw, and it's super tall. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, we saw that when we shared it on here, and it looks so silly.
It is. It's absolutely ridiculous. But if you love Nightmare Before Christmas, it is a gotta have. So,
all right.
We got to have. And then I bought the ears and this shirt. This is the Magic Key specific shirt. It's long sleeves. It has Oogie Boogie and Lock, Shock, and Barrel on the back of it. But I'm sitting, so I'm not going to show you the back. But But yeah, and it glows in the dark. So a lot of the merch is like that neon glow in the dark kind of merch. And yeah,
I love that.
that
It
was
sounds like you
about
guys
it.
had an amazing time.
We did, and we got so much candy. So
And you're like, all the candy.
Yeah.
Well.
We had. Oh, do I have my candy bag? No.
It's okay.
Yes.
I believe you. I know how it goes. Like wagons.
No, but like our candy bags were like it says a haunted mansion on it. So like it was.
Were they in the picture?
Specific.
I was
No.
like, let me see. Oh, because I was like, if they're in the picture, I can pull the picture back up.
I don't think so.
No, they're not. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh, wait. No, it's over there.
It's all right.
Bummer.
I'm sure that you showed it on Elements of Fun at some point. So
yes,
there's probably video footage. So go check out
Elements
of Fun on YouTube.
I did have this one like drink. It was called the pumpkin creme brulee martini. And it was absolutely horrible.
Oh no.
And it was like this big. It was in a yellow cup, so it was really big, and it looked like a pumpkin iced latte. But it had martini, but it was a martini.
So pumpkin and martini, no bueno?
No bueno. I don't know what it was, but I could not finish it. I tried to like it. I really did, and it was no bueno.
But we finished it though, right?
No.
It was so bad you couldn't finish it. We wasted alcohol.
Bad. Yeah, I know. And it was like it was $20, and I was like, I didn't know. Yeah, and I tried to get Joey to drink it, and he was like, nah, because it was martini, and he's like, I said gin. I don't know if it really was gin. Could have been a vodka martini, but whatever it was, I was getting all kinds of I just was making my stomach.
You're like, I don't like this.
I didn't like it. No.
Was it too sweet?
All I was getting was the alcohol, like it wasn't mixed, and then I tried to mix it, and it wasn't vibing. So I don't know what went wrong, but
I would have finished it for you.
Thank you. You were the only one. Nobody else wanted it. But we did have like popcorn, and we had ube ice cream, which is super good. Ube ice cream, like I'm not a really big like plant-based like that, but like ube is really good, especially in ice cream.
Sounds yummy. All right. I think that's all we have for this show.
That's it. Yeah, that's all we did.
I'm glad that you guys had such a great time, and can't wait to hear your next adventures in the parks. Actually, soon we're going to be hearing my adventure at the Walt Disney Family Museum, because I am going to be going to
you're going to love it.
Concord. So I'm very excited. I'm flying into San Francisco. Sean is going to pick me up, and Lou, apparently. Lou and I are going to fly in at the same time.
Nice. Okay.
And he's going to pick us up, and then we're all going to go to the family museum, and then we're going to head up to meet up with the DU cast at Epidemic Ales, and then do all of the MouseCon things on the 2nd. So that's exciting.
Nice. Oh, you're going to love it.
And it's also going to be Kim's first time at the Walt Disney Family Museum.
Oh, I didn't realize she's never gone before.
Yeah, she said that last night on the live show. So,
nice. Well, we wish we could be there with you, but unfortunately, travel plans didn't line up. So
it's okay. There's always next time.
And you have to make your way to Disneyland at some point. So.
I am. All right. If you have enjoyed this episode, please scroll down on your podcast player and give us a 5-star rating. And if you have an extra minute to give a written review or share this video or podcast link with another theme park loving friend, that would be amazing. It takes 2 seconds, tells all the players that you love what we're doing, and helps us build our audience, because we want to keep sharing all of the magic that we try to bring. So please help out our channel if you're able to. And subscribe to everything. Check out all of our sponsors. Join our Discord. Check out our Patreon page. And until next time, we'll see you in the parks.
See you at the parks.
Wrong video. Just kidding.
Wrong one.
Now we will see you at the parks.